I don't know if there's music or not. I'd like to believe we just started in the beginning with Formless Void. Hello, Internet. It's Tuesday night. Oh, and in the beginning there was Vicario. It's Tuesday night. Hello, beautiful people. I'm Brian Brushwood, joined as always by my BFF and no hooray. It's JRY.
An old hooray.
Fucking, man, what a command performance you gave on Saturday. That was fucking awesome. That was fucking surreal and awesome. That Saturday morning, I'm like, I have an idea. It'll be great. All I need is two people to be awesome. Who could be awesome on command? Justin, show up and be awesome. Okay. And then you were.
Yes. No, we're talking about the video you put out.
Yes.
It's on Modern Road.
Yes.
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 But if anybody ain't seen it, it's basically
Stop watching this and go see it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But basically,
It was good. It was a great thing. It was an audacious experiment to go do a professional 3-camera shoot by yourself.
yes.
Brian texts me on Friday night and says, "Hey, I got this idea, a natural conversation that has some infotainment to it, but it's shot in a way that would make you, at first glance, think that it's a movie." And I'm like, that is a really good idea. It combines a lot of things that are happening in short form video. It's either going to be a perfect golden mixture or it's going to be neither fish or fowl, but you'll find out really fast and it's not going to take all that much time because the second half of Brian's message is, it'll only take 30 minutes. And I'm like,
You're
okay.
like, I heard the part about cinema quality.
Cinema
It looks
quality
like a movie.
3-camera shoot, but it'll only take 30 minutes. And I'm like, I don't know how he's planning on doing it, but he seems very confident. And so I showed up and, aside from us BSing, it was about 30 minutes of shooting.
Yeah. Well, and it did take, I mean, this is one of those where it's like you have to, beneath the asterisk is, yes, it was 30 minutes of shooting, but you were sort of on call at a negotiated window. And also I didn't know where we were going to be because part of the plan was like, I thought it was going to be here. Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you that part. I asked you for a location.
Oh, yeah. Then Brian's like, cool, I'll be at your house. Where are we shooting? And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about or what's going on. And you're like, yeah, it's just a place we just got to show up. And I'm like, how about you go to a place and tell me where I'm meeting you? And you're like, oh, sure, I'll pick my own location.
And it's so funny because you could say things that are technically true, but you can know that unless you take action early, this is going to lead to a lot of trouble. Like, for example, I originally went to the Pluckers because they have a patio that nobody's using that I was like, yeah.
It was a little hot out.
Yeah, correct. And I was like, yeah, I can make this work. And I was already thinking of ways to lean into like the blown out hotness. Just like it did. Like I didn't care what kind of movie it looked like as long as it kind of looked like a movie.
A movie.
Yeah. And at first I'm like, hey, can I shoot? It'll be like 30 minutes to shoot a YouTube video. No one's using the patio. And then the bartender's like, yeah, go for it. It'll be fine. I'm like, well,
it's going to involve there'll
be a tripod, and you sure you don't want to ask the manager? And they're like, no, it'll be fine. You said YouTube, right? I'm like, yeah. And then and I guess at any rate, they got the manager, and then it was like the moment the manager refused to meet my gaze, I was just I might as well have just turned right around and walked out, right?
Yeah.
But out of politeness, then I ended up going to another spot. Mm-hmm. Shore right around the corner, and they were super cool. Yeah, and nobody was using the patio. Mm-hmm. We got.
I like to think that we have already paid them a location fee.
Oh yes, a lifetime.
I'd like to think that they've already gotten a down payment on a location fee.
Right.
From me personally.
No free plugs, huh?
No, it's whatever. There's only so many places around here, and I don't want any beef. I mean, I have personal beef with them for life, but other than that, no. Yeah. It's a fine place. The food's very good.
Yes, and the shots ended up pretty good. And it was funny because like there's a line in The Simpsons where like Marge is into extreme couponing, and she says, "You can take a vacation anywhere as long as you don't care where you go." And it's like if you don't care what the scene that you're stealing is, and you're just like, yeah, we'll just adapt the look to whatever the scene is.
Yeah.
And if you don't really care what the content is, so long as I think the prompt I gave you was, I just need you to speak with it needs to be something that you consider yourself absolutely an authority on, that the whole world gets wrong,
Yeah.
and that you know the truth on.
Yeah.
And you're like, got it. And then it sure enough, just on command.
What was
that's what
funny
happened.
is that you were like initially talking about it like it was going to be a shorter form thing, and then we wound up airing, I mean, pretty much all but the like few little setups or restarts that we had. Like, it was a pretty long video, so it was more like a cinematically filmed conversation than it was like a scene from a movie. If that makes sense.
And that was so we shot the first day, and I still had the intention of like, respect the audience's time. If there's only 3 minutes of aha stuff here, there we go. If there's only 3 minutes of aha, then it'll only be 3 minutes long. But then the next day, poking around on best practices, like at this point, when you're first starting, that's when you want to kind of punch a transactional hole in the universe. Like, hey, I know you don't know me from Adam, but here's a card trick. And then over time, it's like, no, I do know you, or whatever. But like once enough people know who you are, what they seem to want is, well, give me a reason for us to spend more time together.
Yeah.
And so what was originally going to be 3 to 4 minutes ended up being like 13 minutes.
People seem to like it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really good. Like the number of people, it was like 10 to 1. 10, holy shit, I don't understand what's happening on this format, but please more of it.
Yeah.
To 1, I don't know what this is, but never do it again.
But it scares me.
I've seen all the
I'm
backs of people's heads I can handle.
terrified. Stop. No, not anymore. Damn it. No.
It was fun. I look forward to doing more of those.
Yeah, no. It was a good time. Anytime you need me, just text me on a Friday night and I'll be there. I'll come running 12 hours later.
Then surprise me.
Ask me to location scout for you.
Next,
I will refuse the call, and then eventually I will.
And then you'll realize you could do it the whole time,
exactly.
Brian.
Exactly.
The next time it'll be costuming. I want us to still have a relevant, interesting conversation, but for some reason be wearing outfits that imply some other story just happened.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe mechanics covered in grease, couple old grease jockeys.
Nobody noticed your theatrical flourish.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Don't say it.
I won't.
Yeah.
I won't. Well,
Brian did a theatrical flourish, and Brian was like, it's like a magic spell. Like a magic spell. I know what all the comments are going to be. Everybody's going to be asking about my theatrical flourish. And then next thing you know, they were just pissed about fucking politics or some shit. And like nobody mentioned your theatrical flourish.
Yep. Valdarg says faking a time skip basically. Yeah, so I think part of the magic of Scam School, sort of Act 1, was that in a world of YouTube figuring out how to YouTube with your web cameras and your
Vlogs and replies and
Scam School like jumped ahead to trying to be a 3-camera shoot in a situation, and that was like, what's going on here? And then in the age of like, oh man, I like that TV show, I wish it got another season. What if it just showed up and acted like it had another season? And then now, as we enter what I'm thinking of as the gentleman era, this next decade, because I'm 50, I'm old now. It's like, well, what would be even bigger? And it's like, what if the content was still the good, polished content, but it just tickled, like it just constantly looked like it was out of a movie, or just more than, I don't know. Like in general, I just like to over deliver, and it seems like showing up and being a fucking clip from a movie. Like if it were up to me, everything, and we kind of did it. Like I often joke where it's like no throat clearing. I just want meat. And if I could, I would start every video mid-sentence. And that's pretty much what we did.
Yeah.
Because eventually I cut out the talking about Andor and just went straight to the Dave Franco bit. which was the best part.
It was, yeah. No, it's good stuff.
So how did the rest of your weekend go?
I got a fun story. So, are you familiar with the YouTube personality Anthony Fantano?
No.
I would not think that you would. Let me. I'm curious. Just yes or no in the chat. We have people here saying yes. Do me a favor. I'm curious about this from a demographic thing. Can you text your middle daughter Josie, who is involved in music? He's a music personality, so you'll know that much.
Should I use the family group chat and just say who
No,
knows?
she's the only one that I think would have any shot at knowing it. But whether she knows who Anthony Fantano is.
Okay.
So we have yes and mostly nopes. And this is the craziest thing about the
Fontana or Fantano?
Fantano.
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 And I'll give her the hint of YouTube.
I think the reason why she'd be the one to know it, if anybody in your family knows it, is because he is a music person. And so it's funny with the fractured world of media that we live in, that for people inside music, Anthony Fantano is a very big deal. Not to say that he has a gigantic platform, but he has probably the most influential platform in music. So it's not like everybody listens to him,
right?
But all the tastemakers listen to him. And so he winds up, he's kind of in a like almost like Siskel and Ebert kind of catbird seat, what they were to movies back in the day.
Got it. So they would Siskel and Ebert, for anybody who's a young, part of their magic was that they it wasn't just that they told you whether or not movies are good or bad. They made you understand what you should look for in a movie to think of it as good or bad.
Yes. And that is what he does. So for my money, he's pretty much the only kind of music critic that matters anymore. And his YouTube is very, very influential, especially for new bands. And so our friends at the Callous Cowboys, who have a brand new album out called I Don't Want to See You in Heaven, which, by the way, let me make sure that I get this right. On Billboard, they are the number 8 rock album in the country. They are the number 5 hard rock album in the country. And
they have the number 8. They have the number 8 rock album.
Rock album
in the fucking country.
In the country.
That's amazing. Can we play that beginning part that you're in?
Well, yes. Which brings me to my next part.
Oh shit! I just put together. Go on.
Say what you think it is.
Well, I just now realized that the first part of the story was about a dude who reviews music.
Yes.
And the second part of the story is about the Callous Cowboys, who have the number 8 rock album in America.
Yes.
And I'm assuming there's connective tissue between those two.
Indeed there is. So yesterday, Anthony Fantano releases his review of I Don't Want to See You in Heaven by the Callous Cowboys.
Yeah.
And it is a rave. By my listening to him. And I've watched a fair amount of Anthony Fantano reviews. He is very much praiseworthy of the musicianship. He's very much praiseworthy of the song selection, the switching between genres that they do. The things that he doesn't love, I understand why he wouldn't love them. And then he gets to a part at the end. And for those of you who are unaware, I am on the album in 2 tracks. The theme of the album, it is a concept album, a soft concept album, that all of these songs are artifacts in the Museum of Failure. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know if I'm supposed to be a recording that is being played or I am over.
You're a curator thread.
A curator, but I am doing an affected voice as a curator of this.
When I heard it, it read to me as sort of that mid-Atlantic classic early 20th century radio news, not quite cartoony newsy, but
I was trying to rip off Bob Balaban in a Wes Anderson movie.
Okay.
So that's where I was going. Just want to read to you Anthony Fantano, the most influential music critic in the country.
Oh my God.
I suppose the only other element of this record that really makes me go oof is the super heavy-handed spoken word interludes that are made to sound old-timey. Like this album is some artifact or something.
Wait,
also, it's really scary and freaky and dangerous. Watch out. Beware. The second to last track features a whole bit about like, the last part of this is not for the faint of heart. You might want to opt out. It's like, okay, man. All right. Okay. We're not scared.
Okay, no, but that is also on a meta level. Like I want to see an ode to, I don't know, a scary carnival ride that would sound exactly like that. I wouldn't actually be scared.
Yeah. Look, number one, I know how Drake felt. Number two, it was pretty awesome. If he's complaining about the skits, the album's amazing.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe he'll notice my fucking Band-Aid next. They walked right past it. They all took the red meat of the politics.
Anyway.
That's great, man. How did that feel?
To be shit on by Anthony Fantano?
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing, Elvira, is she even a Dracula? Well, I don't understand. We're supposed to believe
well,
that.
That's the thing. Is like
wolf?
I think that the point of it is it's interesting that he took it seriously, because I always read it as like there's a level of a little bit of detached irony to it.
Yeah.
To the point of like it's the museum of failure. Like
Yeah, it's like who would make a museum of failure?
Well, yeah, there's part of it that you're buying into. Like, I don't think that, Carson, the lead singer and friend of ours, he's not like, this is my screenplay, like, take it seriously kind of guy. Like,
Yeah.
he has a touch of irony. That's how I read it. I read it in a way that it's like, wouldn't it be funny if there was a Wes Anderson intro to a Callous Cowboys record? Even though a lot of the record is earnest. So I guess that's the thing, is the earnestness of the record kind of came out. And so the idea is like, oh, we're going to judge it like I was really Vincent Pricing it. And like, whoa, speak spooky spiders. But don't turn away.
But even Vincent Price was in on the bit that he was Vincent Price, or I guess especially later on, like in Mystery.
Yeah. I don't know. I was thrilled with it. I think it's super amazing exposure. Really, anything that involved with the Callous Boys is mostly just me being so excited for all those guys. And
I'm so glad, man. It was like seeing them live was like a switch flipped. And
have you listened to the new album?
Only the very beginning of it. I should just listen to it.
You should listen to it. It's exceptional. Like I think there's a reason why it is now, I think, a legitimate breakout hit. The reviews are in, and they're all amazing. In fact, repeatedly, including in that Fantano review, there's this through line of like there are 2 or 3 songs where they're like, yeah, if rock radio made hits, these would definitely be hits. Well, rock radio doesn't exist.
Too bad.
Rock music is it's polka now. So like, but I swear to God, if this were 2007, they'd be Fall Out Boy.
Man, that is pretty wild. Like the fragmentation of everything makes it easier to get a foothold, but harder to get a stranglehold.
Yeah. How did Justin hear about this review? I found it on the Callous Cowboys Twitter, but I had a hunch it was coming. Yeah. I had a hunch. There's enough buzz around the album, and they're the kind of band that Fantano, I think, likes to highlight. And also, it's like they're legitimately like the hottest band in rock music right now in terms of like up and comers.
Well, and think about the fact that if somebody's gig is to review music, here's a nutty idea: give them something to talk about. Give them something to notice that's awesome about your shit. And like that's the I think about the you think of Marvel movies, you think of the 4 quadrants, young, old, male, female, or whatever. There really is, and that's what kind of what we were fucking around with on Saturday is it works if you pay a lot of attention or a little bit of attention. It's like have something to reward people. It's the same thing that Studio Ghibli does on all of their stuff. So if they're ever going to do a boring 2 characters have a heart-to-heart moment that will appeal to the adults, there's always some dumb shit in the corner to keep the kids occupied on.
Some mouse falling into a bowl of rice or some shit.
Exactly. And so that's the stroke of a master artist is to create something that makes it easy for critics to discover nuanced, clever, beneath the surface things.
Yeah, like my awesome voice acting.
Well, yeah, you know what? He just didn't look deep enough to see the meta.
He didn't appreciate the nuance to it. Melon, fuck you. Fuck you, Melon.
Wait,
he's got a melon head. People call him Melon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, are you starting beef?
No, I think a lot of people say fuck you, Melon to him. I think he's used to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Bands that like don't get the review they want. That he for real had like a huge beef with Drake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think Drake for a while, on some social media thing, Fantano's rating score is he'll do 1 through 10, but then he'll say light to heavy. So it's like even more gradients. So it's like, I'm feeling a light 1 or a heavy, or a light 7, heavy 7s, like light to heavy, blah, blah, blah. So he'll do that. For a while, one of Drake's social media accounts was like light 1 because Fantano had given a Drake album a light 1, which is like a terrible review.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he gets in people's craws. But yeah. But also, I think he refers to himself as Melon sometimes. I think he's aware he's got a big old dome. Okay. He's got a real ArcLight cinema over the collar,
Yeah, ArcLight
cinema. Yeah. Just got a,
Every time
just got like a super dome. Like he's got, he's going to put Katrina refugees in there. Like he's just got a big old head.
Yep.
If you painted it blue and red, they'd be like, is that Remax? Like he's just got a big old dome.
Remax?
Yeah. Like the hot air balloon.
I was about to say, that's a hot air balloon.
Yeah, but it's his head.
Okay.
It's that big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And it floats?
I mean, I don't know. I've never seen him swim, but I would hope so.
I don't know how to find this is I look forward to seeing of him.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you don't
knowing
have
more.
to. It could end right now. You'd live your life very happily.
Well, no, because next up I have to listen to the album, fall in love with it, and then I have to know what other people think.
Yeah. And he's a good place to start.
Because it's important.
And he gave it a good review. So I really have no beef with Fantano. Like he gave the Callous Cowboys a 7 out of 10 for their breakout album. That's fucking great.
That's
huge
huge,
fan. So anyway, go get your tickets. They're out on tour this fall. Callous Cowboys first headliner tour. So make sure you go see them.
That's gonna be great, man.
Yeah, I want to do an intro, a live intro for one of their shows.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I'll do my skit from the beginning of the album
Will you dress up as a vampire?
as Elvira.
Yeah,
I'll push up these titties.
Rock them tits.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'll have all the boys salivating.
Can I be the stagehand that wheels on like a coffin on a dolly and then turn on the smoke
And then I pop up.
and then you open it and then I try to awkwardly time the opening with the sound effect, but it's wrong and I wave off stage and I'm like do it again and then this time I mostly get it right. And then you could.
You're really maximizing screen time in this hypothetical.
I just care so much.
No small parts, man. There's no small parts. You don't need to do. It's like, and then the stagehand, soft spotlight, not a big spotlight, soft spotlight.
I'm thinking like a center special.
3, 2, 1. I'm the stagehand. When will I get the coffin right? And then, look, we'll just leave it open. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but we'll leave it open for the crowd to start chanting, more stagehand, more stagehand. We don't need to see the band. More stagehand, more stagehand.
Yep, that's it. I could tell my script's already arrived at your office. I could tell you perused it. Let's say we start negotiating.
I'm with it. Patreon.com/Great Night is where you need to go if you want to get a bonus episode of this show, The Bones.
Oh, dude, featuring a very special appearance.
Hooray
for the Bones. Special appearance from Star Woman.
Star Woman's on.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought we couldn't book her.
Yeah. she was a big get.
Booked her.
She boy, did I crane her fast on Star Woman.
Yeah.
And all Penny had to do is say, "Yep," and then I had nothing. It was a good time.
Good episode.
Good episode of The Bones.
Good episode.
What else? I'm tickling at an idea.
Tickle it.
We'll see.
Get those phalanges out and start
I'm just saying.
stroking.
I just want to see Goosebump on that taint. Is that too much to ask? A little
Really,
goose on the gooch?
That depends on the circumstances. It might indeed be too much to ask.
Picture Elvira. Anyway, I'm looking at my calendar for summer. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing some gaps. I'm having some crazy, silly thoughts. So I just sent out an email, just apropos of nothing. This would have been, 20 hours after I posted the video of what appeared to be a pretty good looking shoot with these 3 cameras all set up by your boy.
Yeah.
The question was simply reply with a name. And any of you can write me directly, brian@schwood.com. There is no C in Schwood. But if you wanted to watch an hour of Brian having an interview with just any living person in the United States,
Who would it be?
yeah, just email me that name. I got 500 names so far.
Because you wanna get out there and start shooting some shit.
I kind of think that doing just a surprise tour.
Okay.
Like how fast? I mean, I don't know. A few weeks on the road, do magic in this town, go on, do an interview in this town, do a podcast in this town.
I mean, all is possible with God, but really it would just be how much do you want to spend time on the road?
A lot.
And
Get
it, baby.
That's kind of. But step one is, I want to. Step one layer is let me get a list of 1,000 names of people that fans would like to see me interview, because that's the important thing. Is not who I can get. That's not a relevant question. Not who am I interested in. Who does the viewers would they be interested? And then at first you're like, well, that's impossible. And then you squint and then you're like, well, these are all in that area. And I guess I do know so-and-so that knows whatever. And then the next layer would be you'll know this is getting to be a serious thought when the next question I ask is, next question, where are you email listers in the United States? And then you start to notice oh my God, there's 50 in St. Louis and maybe we could do this. So we'll see whether or not that can form, but it's by God, it would be neat to go just full on the road for a few months.
Can I just say that every time you have ever mentioned doing a live show, you have reflexively always mentioned St. Louis.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah. Well, you know why?
No.
That was where that was the NACA Nationals, where I did a guest appearance for the opening of Dig Nation Live, and it never aired, but it was the beginning of my whole online career. And so as a result, I'm sure there's some kind of bias where it's like, that's where I made a splash. So as a result, every
You just
time,
always want to. Yeah.
but also every time there was a show in the area, there was an astonishing number of chat realmers there.
Gotcha.
And I think that like you punch the universe, and that's where the echo kind of like, there's a car crash, and then 2 hours later there's still a traffic snarl there. Like that's the way it is for St. Louis. Also, it's it's literally the middle of the country, and
I don't think I've ever been there, even
Really?
to the airport. Yeah.
oh.
I mean, I don't know why I would be. I
The-
don't
the
think there's a lot of
airport's interesting
connections in the
'cause
airport.
I forget the reason.
It is the gateway to the West.
I forget the reason, but there was like a military jet that took off, and it was the loudest thing I've ever experienced. Just tearing straight down past gate, 17, straight across. That was wild.
I once got
What do we got?
failed attempt to cook frozen pizza bagels. Brian was great. Was that at the St. Louis show? Did you try to cook frozen pizza bagels?
That sounds like something I would have done. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds. I was really into improvised hotel cookery.
Is
when I
there
was on the
zero
road.
chat interaction with these discussions? Yeah, no, we're not going to interact with the chat, Mecca. Sorry. Sorry. I apologize.
Never.
We're not. We talked about it in the back.
Also,
Brian was really for it, for the record. Brian was like, we got to interact with the chat.
Mecca
especially
Heretic.
if Mecca Heretic is there.
No, hold on.
And I'm like, hard no. Hard no. Not because I have anything against Mecca Heretic. Not because of that. It's other reasons.
Mecca Heretic. So there's. I would love it if we. And this is a wish. It's not a demand, but a wish. In an age where, let's say, YouTube commenters have a reputation for looking at all of 3 seconds of a thing and declaring it used to be all blank. Now it's all whatever I saw the last 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I would like to believe that we're cultivating a group of viewer
Yeah.
who takes the longer term view.
Exactly. And hopefully they know that I'm not interacting with them.
Well,
Brian might
maybe
eventually.
subtexting.
Brian might eventually. But when it comes to somebody like Gamer, Gerald Black, like I'm
to
not
say-
interacting with
Oh
them.
yeah, well, as long as Matt loses $100, then 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mecca.
Oh wait, Mecca Heretic was singing your praises during the AI chat. All right, Mecca Heretic's cool.
That's fine. Again,
real
you
one.
can talk to him.
Okay, but you don't interact.
No.
Yeah.
I don't. You want to know why?
Also, you are
I want to
evolving.
create a distance. So they look at me
Yeah.
as I am.
Should try putting a Band-Aid. It's like a force field.
He was so fucking convinced. So convinced. He's like, listen, man, you got to understand, when you're a veteran in this game like I am, you can read the comments before you even shoot the video. Easy money. And then the video posts, and it's like, Jake Tapper doesn't deserve any kind of. The reporters should not
used to be whatever.
excuse.
Now it's all it's like this channel used to all be opening shots of having beers. Now it's all finishing your beer. I don't understand.
I'm frightened and confused.
Oh.
So yeah, no, we're doing funs here. We're doing fun times.
Car pranks.
We're doing car pranks. It's a
I should finish Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
I was thinking about
It's
the opening.
good. Like there were like 3 or 4 good gemstone moments in each episode of the final season. The problem is that like the other seasons usually had like a little something extra, like the story was good or fun or wrapped up in a really kind of interesting way, and this one kind of feels like a parody of stuff that they've done in the past.
Yeah.
It felt a little bit like a fan fiction season.
Well, I was thinking, and again, I'm not one to speak because I haven't finished the last season, but I was thinking last night about just how strong that first episode was and how high the stakes were with hookers, cocaine, naked dudes
Yeah.
and like just how serious the stakes seemed. And then I thought about how the opening of the last season is like, and jetpacks, and it was just so over the top that I was like,
It's good.
yeah,
I mean, it's funny. It's Uncle Baby Billy.
yeah.
Like, are you going
Baby
to
Billy's
deny
Bible
yourself
bonkers.
Uncle Baby Billy?
No, that's true.
Tinges.
Man, a lot of
Yeah,
dicks. Lot of dicks.
You've not
So
seen
much dong.
You have not seen Tinges.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna have to get that in your life. The Tinges stuff is well worth it.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm in.
Yeah,
But then it was studio, great.
studio is great. Oh, Andor got good.
Oh, welcome to Andor Chat. Which episode did you get to? 8 was, I think, is the highest rated one.
We are at. Yeah, I was colder on 8 than I was expecting to be because you had hyped me up.
See, I was afraid of that. Yeah.
And also, I was like, for what it was, I thought it was cool. Would have been cooler if it was episode 5.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Once you know what's happening, it's like, oh, this is a very realistic depiction of a horrifying thing. It was the episode after that where it's like, oh, this is why Andor is good. This is why Andor is a good show. And then now we're at the first episode of the final little mini arc, which had some big, series implications to it. Which I guess this just wraps up clean
And goes straight into
to Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what.
Which I kind of was like, boo, do more spying, more spying. Like, I don't want to it's like, they're building a thing. It's like a star that brings death.
Yeah. They are pretty good about avoiding those phrases.
No, yeah. I'm not saying it's shit. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that it's like, as soon as you start sniffing around that, it's like, oh, you're just getting, now it's going to be Rogue. And then it reminds me that it's tied to Rogue One. And I'm like,
I'll tell you what's distracting. This
I'm not done.
The last episode or two, significant de-aging on Diego Luna, where it's just like anyway. He's getting younger. He was always this young. The next movie that happens after this is why he looks so young is consistent because Rogue One was shot 10 years ago. They sort of baby step you in. And I think there's even a line where it's like, wow, man, this Yavin Air really is, you're looking fit and young, Andor.
Oh, wow. I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
But the very last shot of the whole show is a very de-aged Diego Luna.
Gotcha.
But it's
Anyway, Andor, man.
Yeah.
And/or we can move on to another topic.
Yeah, we can. What about is the baby crawling?
Army crawling.
Yeah.
She's not on her knees yet,
She's smoking
she's not
cigarettes
really
yet?
moving. Yeah,
She's talking about the
mostly-
girl she left back.
No, she's vaping, because cigarettes. Although cigarettes might be cool again. I don't know.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact,
Vaping's now not cool,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Because vaping was cool. Now vaping's not cool.
Well, yes. And then
So maybe now people will be back. Maybe pipes are gonna come back.
pipes.
All the kids will be like rocking pipes.
Josie said.
Like, oh,
Josie said that in a classroom, right?
indubitably.
Picture. Oh man, I want to be there now. I don't want everyone to ruin that for
You be the coolest guy.
yeah.
Pipe influencer, Brian Brushwood.
Hype the pipe.
Hello. Hello,
Yo, welcome
children.
to Pipe Hype.
Don't forget to hype the pipe. Did you ever try to smoke a pipe?
Once, I mean, weed.
No, not weed. Like a tobacco, like a.
We did an episode on pipe smoking, and it was great. very hard to understand our guest because he never took the fucking pipe out of his mouth.
I tried to do it in college. It's a lot of work.
It's a choice.
It's a lot of
you know the crazy Gandalf long. Do you know why that is?
why it has the long thing. No,
because it's enough surface area and time to cool the smoke, so you're able to taste it better.
Oh.
So it's got a functional thing, which I thought was pretty cool until I saw a friend of mine smoking from one, and I was like, oh, too much.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
Can you blow a full
Sailboat. Only one way to find out. Let's go. No, but like I don't know, pipe tobacco smells amazing.
It's good. There was a place I used to buy my cigars. Shout out to the Piedmont Tobacconist in Piedmont, California. But they had a nice humidor, but the rest of their entire shop was just pipe tobacco in these like ornate
Feed bags. You walk in and they just hook them on your ears, and and everyone just stares at each other, going home, 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 home.
And then the shopkeeper whispered to me, "They're really oats." And I'm like, "Yeah, but all your customer base is horses." And she's like, "No,
don't tell them.
The credit cards still swipe." And then the question was, where do these horses get those credit cards? The answer? The streets. And you don't want to know how they get them.
Wow, that went places. So anyway, the baby.
Horse force. The only force on the streets for horses. We're tracking down boosters, skimmers, gallopers.
It's like, all right, this was called the old iron horseshoe. See what it is it's an old iron horseshoe. Thieves can use it to hit you over the head and then take your credit cards.
You're just out there on the street going out for a dinner and a movie with your wife. Next thing you know, you feel the cold barrel of a gun on your back, and an assailant tells you,
all right, now we're talking to a real behind-the-scenes mastermind of one of these operations. He was the ringleader for a bunch of credit card thieves. Hang on there. Oh, get down there, little fella. Hey, buddy. Oh, no. I was doing the jockey.
JLO.
I don't know how to do a jockey voice.
Oh, yeah, it's just Hispanic. Just be racist. They're usually Hispanic.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're small. They're tiny little Hispanic men.
Well, that's because they have hollow bones.
Mm-hmm. Like birds.
Yeah.
They can fly.
That's true. They can fly.
Yeah. I can fly. You look at me, I fly.
Yeah.
I race the Kentucky Derby.
Oh yeah.
And then I win. I go to the Venus Circle, and then I fly. I fly away.
Do you fly like?
I am on the horses.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Whip.
Yeah.
Venus Circle.
But if you're flying, does that make
triple crown?
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
And so,
I fly from Kentucky to Pimlico, to Saratoga. Or Winnemore.
Okay. Now, do you drive the horses
lighter
to the
than
race?
Air. Yeah. No.
Oh, why not?
No.
I guess they'd be tired.
I fly.
Oh, you fly
from one to the other.
But so do the horses like? Do they have another horse carry them?
They cannot fly.
I know that they
very heavy.
Well, I know those.
I am very light. My
you are very light.
Bones lighter than air.
Well, I'm just curious. Like the horses.
I start running.
Yeah.
Catch air.
Yeah.
Fly.
Now, do you fly when you're in the race?
No.
Okay.
Not allowed.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Have to be on the horse.
Well, it seems like if you were flying, then you'd be very light.
No.
You fly a little bit.
No.
Nobody's come on. Nobody's looking.
No.
Like your feet are just a little bit. You're flying.
No.
No. Is that something in your eye? It looks like you're winking.
No.
See, okay, all right. I'll tell you what. Just say no if the answer is yeah, you're flying, and that's the secret to your excellent. Because the horse would be carrying less. In fact, actually, if you really wanted to help, you might lift up that horse a little bit with your flying.
I do not have the. No, do not have the lift.
That's where the phrase.
I don't have the lift.
Ever hear of a light horse?
I don't have the lift.
You have to leap.
I don't have the lift.
You don't have the
I don't
the
have the
lift.
lift. I don't have the lift.
You don't have the lift.
No.
You can't lift a horse with your flying.
No.
How much can you carry? What is
7
the carrying?
ounces.
What's that?
7 ounces.
7 ounces is the
If
carrying
to carry-
capacity of
that
a
I can-
flying
that I can
Mexican.
fly. Yeah. Where? Oh.
Oh, Hispanic? Latino.
White people these days.
All right. You know what?
We
did it.
I'm glad.
You landed the
That's
Latino.
my demo reel for Sábado Gigante. I'll see you in the movies. See you in Las Películas.
Las Películas. Oh, it's pretty good. Oh yeah, we got a game. I'll tell you what. We already have the cameras set up, so if you just want to grab that mic, you can drag that on over. You can voice a goddess. By the way, thank you very much to the patrons and to everybody hanging out at the Great Night Discord.
Gamer pointing out that the jockey has to strip before flying. Yep. By lore, he can only carry 7 ounces.
Oh, that's right.
So he has to strip
like,
down.
This belt gone.
Yeah.
Disperse.
Meanwhile,
the carbon fiber.
the local Kentucky authorities are like, who left these little boys' clothes in the parking lot?
All right, Nathan, what do you got for us?
Hi, Kachingos. All right, tonight we've got Publication Chaos, a game brought to us by tonight's prize, which comes from a very special member of the Diamond Club community, BioCow. But
right.
The game is quite simple. I have scoured the U.S. archives for different publications. Your job is to tell me if this publication title is real or fake. That's it.
All right. Here we go.
All right. First up, we've got Do Mandrakes Really Scream?
Do mandrakes really scream?
This is the
Name of
an
a
article or a
publication.
publication?
Publication.
Yeah.
Do mandrakes really scream?
Also, are these like quarterly, monthly, one-offs? Is it the name of a book?
He's just saying a publication.
From the U.S. government, just kind of could be one-offs, could be just kind of all over the place.
Oh, so wait, according to the U.S. government, this is on the. They keep a list of publications.
Yes.
Oh, Republicans.
Do mandrakes really fly?
Really scream.
Scream.
No, they weigh 7 ounces. Actually, if they weigh less
Too
than 7
heavy,
ounces,
too heavy.
then they get carried by a Mexican jockey.
I win the derby, and then I fly.
Yeah. Wait, you fly like it's celebration?
No, for work.
Are you a pilot?
No.
You fly for
Spread my
work?
arms. I run.
Yeah. Well, no, we got that part.
Run.
Yeah.
I'm in the air.
Yeah.
I have to strip down by way of lure.
Yes, because it's 7 ounces. But you
And then
carry
I
the
fly for
mail?
work.
Is that your job?
No.
What?
To the next race.
Okay. They make you fly.
No, I do it for me. They give me money. They give me money to take an airplane.
You pocket the money for the airfare, and you just fly.
It's the only way to work.
Otherwise
Smart up here.
you don't make.
I like to save.
Yeah. Okay.
Dave Ramsey.
Okay. All right. So
I'm thinking smarter, not harder.
thinking smarter, not harder.
Yeah, that's what
good.
I do when I listen to audiobooks.
Yeah. What are you listening to now?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Oh, wait. No. Well, that's just fiction. That's just candy for your ears.
Yeah, I fly a lot.
Well, yeah. What do you
Who
think?
do you think are the elves?
The beatniks?
Who do you think every day? Who are the elves
Every day, who are the elves
in your life?
in my life?
Yeah,
I guess
they're very old.
they are very old. and they're wise, allegedly. They just seem like they like to sit on their hands.
Pointy ears.
Yeah, they're Spocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do mandrakes scream?
Yeah.
I think yes, and it's a magazine.
I think no, it's made up.
I think no, and it's a novel.
This is, in fact, a real publication from the NIH in 2007. It was a small nod to the Harry Potter series.
To the what?
Harry Potter series.
Do
Mandrakes.
mandrakes scream?
Do mandrakes really scream?
What's the mandrakes in Harry Potter?
They're the roots mandrakes, and I guess they screamed in the Harry Potter.
There were a lot of animated trees
Yeah.
in Harry Potter. Hey, did you see that the King of England did a land acknowledgement in Canada?
No. Go on.
The King of England
Yes.
is in Canada because Canada is still technically a part of the British Empire.
Right. And also, it seemed like he was giving a bit of a pep rally where he's like, hey, you don't got to let your roommates bully you around. You assert that Mr. Coffee is yours.
But also don't yell at me on Twitter. I'll do a land acknowledgement.
They I
mean like
wait, do colonizers get to? I guess that's what a land acknowledgement is.
yeah, but
is
his
like,
land acknowledgement should be dibs.
Yeah, I guess we acknowledge.
Why are you there if you're the king
It does
giving
kind
the
of like
king's
when you're
speech?
literally the conquering king.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, I just want to acknowledge that there was a time that we had a battle and we won. All right? I'm just acknowledging that.
Yeah.
I'm the king of England.
I think you're sitting on a throne giving a speech kind of tells the story without words.
right? Sorry, were we interrupting?
No.
Okay. The Mandrake Scream, was it an actual study?
It was a thing. It was a Harry Potter reference.
Well, I know, but what was it about? Like,
What?
It's just the famous creature.
no,
Sorry.
I mean the publication.
The publication. What a,
It's
That
a
was the
real
question.
publication.
the real publication?
That's
It was in
literally
Harry
what the
Potter.
game we were playing is
It
that there's a real government publication.
Yes. So it was a publication. They do, at least in the early aughts, they did April 1st publications. So this was a nod to the Harry Potter series, but also teaching about certain parts of like root cultures for plants. So this was by the NIH.
So
With the guise of Harry Potter. Hey.
Don't ever say the words Harry Potter. I'm asking you, somebody somewhere.
Don't ever say the words Harry Potter.
Not as a joke. Somebody said, "Oh, good, a publication for the government," and they'll read it and they'll say, "I learned blank."
It was about roots,
Right. That's what I was trying to get to.
not Questlove.
But man, I see what you did there. All right.
All right, gentlemen, your next publication is The Science of Chocolate, Sweetness and Its Effects on Mood. This is from 2003 in the USDA. Is this real or false?
No, because chocolate science was pretty advanced even in the 90s, and the star was the
After
cacao.
Chocolat,
That's right.
Johnny Depp.
They had
Chocolat. Boom, chocolate, 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 boom. That was the song they sang in Chocolat.
that's
Yeah, with Johnny Depp.
yep.
Johnny Depp was a riverman in that movie. Found a lady made chocolate. And he was like, let me guess 2 pieces of that chocolate.
Yep.
He did. Left it smeared on the counter. Hot, gooey, messy. Type that would ruin your grandma's car seats. Chocolate.
Yep. I'm gonna say this one's false.
I'm going to say it's real.
All right, Brian with false, Justin with real. This is, in fact, a false publication.
Damn.
Yeah, because what told
I
on
bet
itself.
my whole thing on chocolate.
Yeah. What told on itself was the science of sweetness. Sweetness was a 60s hysteria. Cacao was chocolate's heyday in the 90s. So you're late. That 2008. Fergie.
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah.
2000 and late.
Yeah.
That's
Chocolat.
Chocolat, man. Chocolat, dude. Who was the lady in Chocolat? Somebody in the chat.
Imelda Marcos.
Find the lady in Chocolat. I think she was just kind of a one and done lady. Or I don't think she was a lady that stuck around. The lady in Chocolat. I think she was just like French or Spanish or some shit.
I don't.
Unless it was Penelope Cruz. It might have been Penelope Cruz. I don't know, man. I'm just thinking about Chocolat a lot lately.
Yeah, you are.
It's just-
Audrey Tautou. Does that do anything for you?
Oh, she was Amelie.
That's the face that came to my mind when I thought of Chocolat, but I didn't know if it was the same.
If it was
person,
the
'cause I
Amelie
didn't
lady?
Pay attention. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
she was
Ama
much.
lady.
I'm a lady.
Ama
Look,
lady.
I'm a lady tonight.
All right.
All right. From 1994, and I
No, Juliette Binoche. She was in other stuff. But anyway, sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I apologize for that.
Oh, good. From 1994, NIH. How did not
Never mention Harry Potter. for
Of
the
course.
record. Don't ever mention Harry Potter.
Got it. From 1994, NIH.
Hey, do me a favor. Who, they just announced the cast of what upcoming HBO show today?
The Wizarding World, I think.
Of,
The Wizarding World.
Of, what was the characters?
Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Nicholas
And?
Flamel, Dumbledore, Hagrid. I can keep going.
But there was one you missed.
James Potter.
Do the Auntie Donna face. Something tying this whole bit together. All right, hit us with another.
All right, from 1994, NIH. How to not get high, stupid, get AIDS. A guide to partying.
One more time.
From 1994, NIH. How to not get high, get stupid, get AIDS. A guide to partying.
That does seem very 1994-ish. Because I remember it was real popular to get high, get stupid, and get AIDS. And the government
People loved that shit.
yeah, the government was just
my
like,
God.
I'm starting to think they should knock it off. And they're like, can't hear you. I'm too high. And
I'm too aged up right now.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm drunk. Sorry, old man. I'm drunk, I'm high, and I got AIDS up to my eyeballs.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to listen to Soundgarden and take life advice from Kurt Loder.
Meanwhile, what the weird part was there was a whole cluster of people.
Kurt Cobain's going to live forever.
1994.
Yeah. It was earlier in 94. It was closer to Valentine's Day than it was to Thanksgiving.
All right. Yeah. Meanwhile, everyone's just like, does anyone have a map? I'm trying to find out which way to not get high, not get AIDS. And what was the other one?
Not get drunk.
Not how to not get high, get stupid, get AIDS. A guide to partying.
Oh, get stupid.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's real because they. Well,
Yeah.
well
That's
wait,
5 years after.
Stupid
Hump
is a
Do
stand-in
Dance.
for what?
That is not a stand-in. That
That's
is
high.
the straight.
No, it said high, right?
Yeah. So
So
high and
high's
stupid.
already in there.
Well, I feel like there's another
Stupid
word
is
that
drunk?
means like really high, but
Harry
also
Potter?
means the word stupid. I keep hearing there's a song about it, about how you wanted to get that way.
Let's say the word. We're allowed to because he won all seven swing
I'm gonna
states.
say this is real.
All right, Brian with real. Justin.
I think it's fake.
All right. Brian, you get another point as this is a real publication.
What was it? Literally just about how to do those things
Yes. It is basically like a 3-page pamphlet.
of like what are the? Oh my god! Now I want to read this. I want to do a dramatic reading. Also, this battery is about to die, so I'm going to plug in the power while you tee up the next one.
Yeah, it is I was running through the archives and I was just trying to find okay, what are just some dumb keywords I can find? I was like, oh, I wonder what I can get with high. There was 3 results. And
Damn.
it was this guide. And I was like, okay, let me read through
So
it.
this was from the National Institute of Health,
This is from NIH, yeah.
and they were explaining the science behind getting high, getting drunk, and getting AIDS.
Pretty much.
What was the AIDS part?
It's been a few weeks, so I don't quite remember this one.
They were like, no blood transfusions. You need to be a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would know because that was like all when I was growing up. Everyone was telling you like, whatever you do, don't have blood involved in a sexual act.
Okay, there was one.
There was a lot. The phrase
Yeah.
anal tearing came
Oh,
up
yeah.
a lot more than you would expect during my middle and high school years from like officials.
What
From like your
scared me off from sex to this very day.
Yeah.
There was one
and
time
impregnated
like,
his wife thrice with spit alone.
from across the room. Pew, 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 pew. We called it the shooting gallery. There was like in, I don't know, 87, I want to say, like C. Everett Koop was on HBO answering questions about AIDS. It was so serious. It had an hour-long thing. Now, an hour is a long time.
Yeah.
And so you got to... an hour is a long time, so you got to fill stuff, and the questions just got dumber and dumber. And so what? So one of the
It was
questions,
like a crowd like that are asking questions.
No, it was him alone in a studio answering just handed questions for a very long time, and eventually it was like, "Can I get AIDS from taking a shower with someone who has AIDS?" And he goes, "I suppose." If both of you were in the shower together and you both had cuts on your feet and you both sloshed around the bloody water in your cuts, yeah, maybe, maybe then.
Was there any fun or was it very serious?
Oh, I mean, no, it was all
very. I mean, in that era, everything was like.
I remember
you were never more than 2 weeks away from somebody very seriously discussing AIDS with you in
Yeah.
the early to mid 90s.
This would have been late 80s was when,
Oh,
yeah,
then that was the beginning.
yeah,
That was the bell.
yeah. I
The
remember
AIDS bell.
there you go. Tolls. Yeah.
Now the AIDS content begins. Mortal Kombat. AIDS. HIV.
Oh, damn it. Liu Kang. You got to put one real one in there. Sonya. Sharing needles.
Yeah, anyway. There was a lot of talk about AIDS. Hey, anyway.
All right, from the DoD in 1966, fallout protection for homes with basements.
What year?
1966.
Man, that's one I feel like, I mean, certainly existed, and it seems like it'd be handpicked just for being so cool. Like, I'm going to say it's real. I can't imagine.
If you're at your home, please avoid nuclear fallout by going to your basement.
That's, yep. If you find a strong flying Mexican and convince him you are under 7 ounces.
Have you seen this guy? I saw the measles. The measles was going to blow the air.
Do you know what Fallout is?
The concept
Like, what the actual
video
stuff
game?
is? No, the actual stuff that nuclear
I would assume
fallout.
it would be irradiated Earth.
Yeah, it's just dust. It's just irradiated dust.
Yeah,
that just gets. It's
like
it's,
if you
it's
were gonna,
the
like-
way Anakin would talk about sand.
Yeah,
but with Fallout.
but just because it's such a gigantic explosion, it blows shit so high up that it's blowing around forever, but it's really irradiated because it
Right.
was part of the explosion.
Yeah, and then that's why, like, when Chernobyl happened, they're like, wind could blow particles at us.
But it was in that fucked up accent they have.
Yes.
I am in Chernobyl. I keep telling the commissar, stop it. We're going to blow up the reactor. And he says, no, it's fine. It's fine. Politburo says it's fine. I flew away. I said, I'm going to live my dream raising the horses.
I go to America.
I go
I'll
to
tell everyone
America.
I'm Mexican. It's okay, comrade.
Don't worry. The wind will carry me.
All right, hit us.
Is fallout protection for homes with basements real or fake?
Real.
Fake.
All right, that is Brian with a streak of 4. And in fact, there's a reason I brought this one up. From BioCow, personally won in a connection game.
Oh,
Please open that up.
Should I, don't open it?
Please open it.
Okay, all right. There you go.
Tonight you compete for literally
No way.
the question you just answered.
No way. Fallout protection
Whoa.
for homes. Are you kidding me? This is fucking
July
awesome.
1996. Look at that.
Hey, open it up.
1966. Wow. Office of Civil Defense.
Oh, look who's
Is that
LBJ.
LBJ? Mm-hmm. Or LBJ, as he was known by the Mexican horse.
That's what I said.
Man, this is awesome. Where did this come from?
This came from BioCow, who won it on Brian Ibbott's Guess the Connection game and was given to me for a prize during Founders Day.
This is fantastic. Wow. From the U.S. Department of Commerce, good old Ross Eckler, Bureau of the Census. Keeping it real.
Veil Dark says, between the Watergate scandal, the Red Scare, and stuff like the war on drugs, it's no wonder those seeing this country from afar don't see us as a serious country. Isn't it even funnier that they still have to deal with us because we're rich? That's the funniest part, is that the rest of the world can look at us and think that we're really ridiculous, but we're such a rich country that they have to deal with our shit. And then we just keep making banger fucking movies and television shows that reference our ridiculous culture.
We are the world's frat bros. We're like we're the punchable villain in The Karate Kid.
Yeah, except we win every movie.
Yeah,
It's like if Cobra Kai won every movie. And like the Karate Kid never wins. And at the end, in the sequel, they just have to watch more of us doing whatever ridiculous shit we're into. It's the best.
Permanent shelter, concrete block shelter, Plan C. It's a square. Like these seem very rudimentary. Where it's like you needed a booklet to tell people cover yourself up.
You should take this up with the LBJ library.
Yeah.
Head on in there and say, I need to stop. I need to talk to the big man.
I washed naked in that fountain.
You did?
Actually, also, I believe I've been naked in both of the fountains.
Both the UT fountains?
Yeah, yeah. You know that the LBJ fountain is on purpose supposed to look like a giant jizzing cock.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
It does not surprise me knowing him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
I'll take a hard look at that myself next time.
It just is like
Yeah.
like that. All right, ready.
I
All
think
right.
the tip off is every time that it blasts, it goes.
He goes Vietnam.
Which is what I've said to every woman that I've ejaculated in my entire life. I've just gone Vietnam right before it busts, and then I go. And then I scream "Fortunate Son" until she leaves.
BioCal points out that the documentation's not actually to teach anyone anything. It's all cover your ass. It's all, we told you, we warned you, we told you.
Oh, so when you all die, it's
build-
like we
build
put
a-
out a
build a
pamphlet.
square.
We put out a pamphlet.
Yeah, don't eat the fallout.
All right, next up, we've got from the DOE in 1958, a guide to homeschooling Christian children.
58.
58.
No, there was no.
to homeschooling Christian children.
I'm going
Are
to say
you?
no because
Hello.
there was no DOE in 58.
Oh shit! Yeah, there wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still say it's real.
I'm just gonna give the point to Brian here. Sorry, Justin.
Are you or your children Christian? Do you distrust
Take
the
the
public
test.
school system? First, look to God, and then look to this helpful guide. Step 1.
Build
Pray
a
to
fallout
God.
shelter.
God will tell you what will happen and what you should teach your children to leave a good Christian life.
Step 2. When God does not answer, pray to this horse. He has a credit card.
Step 3. Listen to our friend, the flying Mexican jockey.
Pray to him just in case.
I am that God. I just fly.
He's kind of like an angel.
All right. In 2018, the Department of Agriculture, The Secret Life of Gnomes, studying garden behavior.
Ooh, this is when again?
2018.
I think this is real.
You couldn't be further off. This is humiliating for you. This is fake.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Have I done a very foolish thing?
Everyone's gonna look at you like you pissed your pants.
Oh, man.
They're
I
gonna
had
say, "What a
an
ridiculous-"
unbroken streak
I
of
know.
being correct.
No, I'm correct now.
Oh, no.
That's what the reality is. A guide to gnomes in the year of our gnome 2018.
Yeah, secret.
As David is my witness, I say it's real as rain.
So wait, you're saying it's real as rain with David as your witness, correct?
I also said it was real.
I think it's fake. And anyone who says different is a liar.
All right.
I think it's fake. A fraud, a fugazi. It's an absolute sham of a ding-dong.
Breaking Brian's 5 correct streak. This is a false article. Justin, you get a point.
Fuck, man. I should have went with...
Yeah. Turns
I
out they
want-
don't
I
have a
wanted to be
secret
wrong
life.
the whole
What
time.
you see is what you get. Gnomes are like, what would our secret be? That we wear even pointier hats? What the fuck? Like we just sit here and we a snake went past me once. That was
Yeah.
kind of neat.
I rode a rabbit. That's me. I'm just a secret life. Also, we're swingers. That's the secret part. Yes, we're tiny. Yes, we wear pointy hats. That's all out in the open. We're very clear about all that. But we have no lines of demarcation when it comes to sexual activity. More akin to the feral animal than we are the human in that respect.
That's true. Classic.
Classic gnome behavior.
Their secret would be that they're real. They just do the Toy Story thing of standing still while humans are around. As far as I'm concerned, that's true of literally every object. I bet these chairs and these microphones and I bet that Tron's a bully when nobody's around.
You think they're all Beauty and the Beast in it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think the beauty. Yep. That was the sound of my brain.
Who do you
shutting
think
off.
is the Angela Lansbury?
Dress pants robot man?
Dress pants robot man.
He's extremely
now,
paid.
here we go.
Yeah.
Now make sure Master Brian will be arriving.
That's I don't know why, but out of everything tonight, the thing that struck me as the funniest is literally that anything in the studio would have respect for Brian.
Oh, love you. Modern rogue. There are secrets to be told. All right.
All right. With Brian sitting at a
think we're
comfortable
tied.
5 and Justin at a comfortable 1 for a total of 6 points, can you tell me, from 1976, the Department of Commerce, the supernatural, haunted houses, and legendary ghosts, real or fake?
What year?
1976.
Shit.
True. Oh, that's peak. That's peak pseudoscience bullshit.
76.
76, 77. Yeah, I'm gonna say real.
What department?
Department of Commerce.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe they wanted a license. Yeah, you know they got a licensing racket for psychics in Jersey.
I mean, there's so many of them.
I know. And they got to crowd out the fake ones.
Yes, you need to be a licensed psychic. They're like, how do you prove it? I knew you were going to ask that question. You got it. Boom.
It's like I'm getting a fuck you.
Rejected.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm a psychic licensor in New Jersey.
Yeah. No, BioCal points out this would have been peak witchy women. I don't know if that's true or not. 1976.
Witch a woman.
Boats, bicentennial.
Yeah. Shit, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, so they were all about like
They were
also
about
Dracula's. Bicentennial boats and Dracula's. Yo, supernatural spirits haunted house, government documents, let's go. Make Halloween a federal holiday.
Don't shut up. We're trying to plan the bicentennial. So then,
Boats and Dracula.
okay, all right. So we'll do a Paul Revere reenactment, and he'll say, one if by land and two if by sea.
Yeah, D's knees. Blah.
I wanted Doug to come back and keep screaming.
Okay. He's like, where the boats at? Dracula on the boat.
Doug, please.
Vampires don't like the ocean.
We're going to recreate the Boston Tea Party, where we
Where
throw...
the flying Mexican at?
Doug, you're expanding the bit. Keep it to vampires. All right.
Dracula's.
I think... I don't know, Brian. What do you think it is?
Give me the title one more time.
Give him the title.
The Supernatural, Haunted Houses, and Legendary Ghosts.
Legendary ghosts. You think they would editorialize in a government document? He says with a straight face in the year 2025.
I mean, they got to differentiate between all these bullshit pussy ghosts.
Yeah, fucking.
These are legendary
snooze fest ghosts.
Oh, your grandma's still haunting you?
Finn H is
Eat
asking.
shit. We want legendary ghosts. Billy the Kid. Abraham Lincoln. Maximilian Big Farts.
Jeffrey
You don't
Chaucer.
know him, but you will. Jeffrey Chaucer.
Finn H wants to know where to see Hacking the System. Yeah, you can, I believe, buy weirdly most of the episodes on Amazon, but not all of them. There's as a matter of fact, if somebody sails,
Hacking the System.
if somebody sails the seven seas and is able to find all 12 episodes, that I'm missing one Pokemon. He said vaguely. Man, one more time. Famous, awesome ghosts are real. The document.
The Supernatural, Haunted Houses, and Legendary Ghosts, 1976, Department of Commerce.
You know what? I'm gonna say real because I'll bet that it's like if you listen real hard, you'll hear the ghost of Paul Revere in this licensed district of commerce. Whee!
You fool.
Oh no!
You're going to be humiliated on your own channel.
Oh no! What have I done?
You're going to be humiliated. All these people are going to look at you never the same.
Oh, no.
Because this is totally fake. This is a fraud perpetrated on us by BioCow.
Oh no!
He is here to try to fool us, and I'm here to say I will not be fooled. No, I don't believe that the government of the United States of America would ever put legendary next to the word ghost. After all, they're a bunch of Christian God-fearing men. They wouldn't say that, not in 1976, when they didn't believe in ghosts. That didn't happen until 1982.
That's when they started. How long did they believe in
Nancy
ghosts?
Reagan.
Wait,
Nancy
2
Reagan
years
said,
into-
Ron, ghosts are real. And he said, well, Nancy, I guess there's only one way you can make it up to me. We're going to cut that there. But before that, the federal government didn't believe in ghosts.
All right, lock it in. Lock it in.
I think it's fake.
Oh God.
For the prize of keeping the Fallout Protection for Homes with Basements pamphlet, In 1976, the Department of Commerce published The Supernatural Houses and Legendary Ghosts is in fact real.
Oh, no! It belongs in a museum. This is amazing. Homes with basements. Oh.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Well earned.
Well, and now
Well
finally,
earned.
well, it says here, as a result of the National Fallout Shelter Survey, in which existing large buildings were examined and evaluated for fallout protection, space for millions of people has been identified. Whew.
There we go.
I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but I was worried about nuclear annihilation until I read that. Thank you, the government.
Well, Nancy.
Stop! You can't be teasing me with the give me a G. Sorry, first give me a TH. We gotta go the long way around.
I think I see something out there in the sky. It's between Kentucky and Saratoga.
Oh, and a derby.
Don't mind me, Mr. President. Wink. Ba-da-na-na-na-na-na.
Where can people help out with the next game?
Thank you so much to everyone who helped out. Please head on over to bit.ly/NADiscord, bit.ly NADISCORD. You can find the channel Great Night Games and stuff. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
Damn, Gamer really backed my play. He said he wouldn't respect you if you got that wrong, but you got it right, and now I'm the fool. I've been driven down.
Thank goodness.
I'll retreat to the sewers where I live, and I'll be back, Brian.
Okay.
I'll
man.
be back on this channel.
You need to.
Oh, I'll be back. Oh yeah, in 1 week's time, I'll be back for all the YouTube commenters.
But between now and then, you
But
won't
between now,
acknowledge them
you
at
won't
all.
see me at all.
No.
You won't see me. But then I'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll have Reagan jokes, Brian. I'll have jokes about Reagan at Nancy.
she is a Reagan.
It's a real mouthful.
Real Reagan. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What did we learn this week?
Brian, we learned that Anthony Fantano hates me.
Dude, how dope is that? We learned that that the Callous Cowboys have the number 8 rock album in the fucking country. That's so amazing.
We learned that Brian recognizes it when you don't point out his Band-Aid.
Yep. Kind of weird that ain't nobody noticed the thing that, you know.
You might as well have written "Notice Me" on his forehead.
You know what? Maybe get ready for my tattoo.
You look like fucking Post Malone.
You're like, what's up with your tattoo? What are you talking about? It says "Notice me." I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No.
Brian's gonna show up next week like Jelly Roll.
We learned that man can a bit go from a baby can crawl to instantly go into pipes. We spent about half a second on the baby and we ended up on Gandalf pipes.
We all float down here.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Mexican it.
Oh, okay.
My new character.
We learned the government's got your back, tells you how to party without.
But mostly we learned that we're nothing without you, the audience. Thank you so much for being with us. Chat Realm, Diamond Club, Rogues of All Stripes. We always are happy to gather here on Tuesday, and we hope that you enjoy making us a part of your schedule as well.
By the way, Dylan Thea sent presents that I have to open on stream at another time, but we'll see you next Tuesday.
Die in a fire!
Diamond Club hopes you've enjoyed this presentation. All right, well, that one's actually pretty close.